y'all, Fat Man Outdoors. Welcome to another very wet and rainy South Central Kentucky day. Can't get to the range again today because of the rain. I really need to. I really got a lot of stuff I need to get down there that I have on my mind that I want to make videos of, and I just got to wait till this weather kind of squares up. Lost 2 or 3 days worth of work of being able to do videos because my wife had to have surgery. We've been at University of Kentucky Cancer Hospital. Praise God, her surgery went well. She's back home. She's very sore, but I guess that's to be expected. But everything looked good, the doctor said. Nothing looked cancerous this time. So prayers that everything keeps going the way they are. But anyway, jumping into the video that I want to jump into, had a couple viewers mention to me about, because I'm a big guy, that finding web gear or tactical gear that was be big enough to fit big guys, and finding any kind of tactical gear that will fit me is pretty hard. So what I did is I went online and I looked up tactical gear for big and tall guys, and I found a couple places, that had stuff that was reasonably priced. Then I went on to Amazon and I just kind of typed in tactical vests for big guys, and I found some stuff there that was a lot cheaper than what these people that have big and tall pages wanted to charge, because I guess maybe you're paying for something specialty if you get it off of them, and they want to charge a little bit more for it. But anyway, I got mine off Amazon, and the vest itself was like 38 bucks, and this thing's got a crazy amount of storage. I'll run through it here in a minute, and it's built well, and it's very, very modular. A lot of stuff velcros on, velcros off. Well, let's just get right into it, and I'll show you how I load mine out, and you'll see what I'm talking about how modular it is. I'm going to start right here at the top on it, and this is a big pouch. It can be used for a first aid pouch. It actually has some stretch Cordoba rings in here that you could like put shotgun shells in, for almost like a sport vest has, or different stuff that you'd want to stick down in there, maybe string and stuff like that to keep it separated out. Or even if you wanted to make this a pouch for cleaning kit and maintenance on your rifle, and you could stick all your stuff in there and keep it separated. But it's a real good nice Velcro lid on it, and it also has a Velcro on the outside, so if you have a nameplate or something like that you want to put on there, that you could. And down below that is magazine pouches, and you can see I've got magazine pouches for what I consider is my bug out weapon, the first thing I'm going to grab, because it's going to be close to me most of the time, and that is my sub 2000. And so I keep 3 33 round Glock mags in this. It's got 3 pouches right together. They fit in there real well. They Velcro up nice and tight, and they're easy to get open because they have a little tab down at the bottom, so that even with gloved hands or wet hands, you'll be able to get a hold of that pretty easy and get it open. Now, what I like about this is they're not waterproof, but they do have a drain hole in the bottom of each mag well hole, in the bottom of each mag pouch, so that if water gets in there, it'll drain out. It just won't stand. So that'll be a good thing. Now, on these vests, this is something, because I spent a little time on a few of them. On these vests, this is something that you need to make sure it's got. Make sure it's got that rib right there. That's the weight distribution rib, because on the right side of these bags, of these vests, you're going to be carrying all the weight of your mags. And there's a stiff rod in here that's much stiffer than the rest of the cushion stuff that will cause the weight to transfer, and it won't make such a pressure point with it sitting down on your shoulder. So make sure that if you get one and it doesn't have that in it, make sure that I just cut me a slit on one side and get something that's a little stiff but flexible. Maybe get some of the small flexible water tubing that they use for running the plumbing through your house, not the PVC stuff, but the newer stuff. It's hard and it's flexible, and just cut you a slot in there and put it in it, and that'll give you something that'll spread that weight out and make it a lot less irritating to you if you're going to wear this thing for an extended amount of time, if you think you're going to have it on. Down at the bottom is the first, what I call a knife sheath or equipment sheath. Now this one I have a utility knife in. The utility knife fits in it real well, and I know you're thinking a utility knife in a tactical pouch, what's up with that? Well, I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of stuff you could use this for that'll be better than using a knife that is made for defense or something like that. That utility knife will work a lot better, and it's something that if you do damage a blade in it, you can change the blade out and you still got a good knife. You ain't just got something to throw away. Okay, now on the other side, on top, I got 3 mag pouches over here that are pistol pouches, and I have the extra mags in here for my P07, which is my normal everyday carrier. And also on this side, one of the pouches I chose to put a standard knife in, which is a pretty nice little knife. This is a first production run of the Smith & Wesson Extreme Ops tactical knife. It's a pretty nice little knife right there. I like that little knife. It's really sharp. It's got a really good blade on it. Got a nice point. It comes open real easy. It's a nice little knife. I like it. It's light, but it fits real well in this pouch. And I actually hook the little deal that's on there to put it on your belt or on your pocket. I actually hook it on the outside so that I know it's not going to push way down into that mag pouch, because the mag pouch is a little bit longer than the knife, so that way it stays up high, so if I need to be able to get a hold of it easily, I can. Alright, then right below that is the actual handgun holster. Now this handgun holster is a cross draw holster, and it has a buckle that goes around the tang of the pistol, and you can take it out that way, or you can unsnap it and just leave it tanged if it's something that you need to get into quickly. You know, if it's I don't know which one would be better. It's kind of like a breakaway, I guess, that you could just pop that up and then you're able to get into it real quick. It works either way, and I like that. On top of it, it does have another magazine pouch that I keep another magazine for the pistol that I'm going to be carrying in there. And now right beside it is another pouch. AR mag will fit in this, and by the way, AR mags will fit in those pouches where I've got my mags for my Sub 2000. AR mags will fit in that as well. On this one over here, there's another pouch right here that AR mag will fit in. It's got a big velcroed over lid for it. I've got a big cell phone will fit in it. GPS unit would fit in it, whatever you want to put in it. And it also has a little stretch strap on the outside, in which I've got my neat little Bushnell super bright tactical light. I think the model of this, I believe, is the enforcement model. It has a glass breaker or a strike weapon on the front and or the back. It has 2 power settings. It's very bright, on the brightest setting. It has a strobe setting, and the strobe setting it works. We've tested it in my house, in a dark house. It will severely disorient anybody that's looking at it. The only drawback to this, it uses I think they're C123 batteries. It uses 2 of them. And those batteries are about $6 a piece, and if you leave this flashlight on its high setting, you'll get about 1 hour before the batteries are dead. It sucks batteries in a hurry if you got it on that high setting. But it does have a switch here on the back that you can turn to lock position, so you don't have to worry about accidentally turning it on. And it doesn't it doesn't allow batteries. There's something, little bar, kind of a bar inside of it that keeps the batteries from corroding from long storage inside the flashlight. These has been in here for over a year, and they're still just as clean as they was the day I put them in there, and they're still full power. So that's a good thing. I'm glad somebody come up with that, so you didn't have to worry about changing your flashlight batteries every 3 or 4 months so they wouldn't corrode, even if you got good batteries. Now on the bottom of this vest, there's a real heavy belt. Okay, now this belt velcros all the way around the bottom of the vest. You can take it off and wear the vest without this belt. I recommend you leave the belt on it if you can, because it gives you a lot more modular storage at the bottom. You can put stuff on like knife cases and even more ammo pouches, canteen, whatever you need. And like on this side over here, I have another pouch that I have a multi-tool in. This is a Gerber multi-tool that is the outdoorsman, and it fits in this little pouch really well. And they have, instead of having the Velcro, it has the snap lock buckles to hold it closed. Does real well with that. Fits in there real good. And I have a standard old big, people call them a hunting knife now. When I was a kid, everybody called them survival knives. Now this is one that does have the hollow handle, and I've got a kit in it that I put together of real actual waterproof matches. Took out the old nylon fishing line they had in there, and I put in some actual braided fishing line, something that won't break down. Put in some better hooks and a few other little knickknacks in there that I won't talk about right now. But you can put a lot of stuff in these. The one thing I did do inside the handle, it's got one of those little compasses that come in there. I took my knife, popped that out, so I made some more room for storage in there, because that's about as useless as teats on a boar. So I really didn't need it. Now, cool thing about this vest, two things. You can take your pistol holster completely off, and if you want to rather wear it on the belt, it just velcros completely off. And then on the back side of the pistol holster, it actually has loops that you can run the Velcro of the loops around the belt and Velcro the holster right to the belt and carry it on the belt instead of as a cross draw. Some people don't like cross draw. And again, with me, it took me a little bit of time to get used to it, but after I got used to it, I could clear the pistol from, from the holster just as fast on cross draw as I could if it was hanging on my side. And so I just left it on there, so it seemed like it was more compact. There wasn't so much stuff hanging around and taking a chance of getting hung up. But it's all about being modular. You know, I mean, people laugh, you know, about guys that buy stuff like this sometimes. But let me tell you, if you got it, you know, a lot of people have bug out bags, okay? So that if there's some crap hits the fan situation and you got to go and you need to take you and yours and get somewhere where it's safer than where you are right now, being able to grab all your gear at one time and get out the door and get gone makes a whole lot more sense than trying to, okay, we got to get out of here, let me gather up all my stuff. You know, I want to be able to just grab my stuff. These things have got a really good carry handle on the back that you can hang them on a hook in your hallway or next to your gun cabinet or wherever you need to put them. And on the way out the door, when you grab your bug out bags, it'll have your first aid, your shelter stuff, your fire building kits, your compass or GPS system, your MREs or energy bars or whatever it is that you keep in there just in case, so you have a couple days worth of food, your water purification kit, stuff like that. You got all that in your bug out bag. What you don't have room in your bug out bag for is your personal defense weapon, more ammo, knives, stuff like that. So you got this vest that you can put that stuff in, so that if the situation happens when you leave, that immediately when you start to leave, you got to fight your way away from the area you're in. You got the stuff with you already on your person to help you fight your way out. God forbid that were to ever happen, but who the heck knows, man. We're coming up on an election year, and if it's anything like the last one was, and all the junk that's going on right now in this world gets added on to it, who knows? it may split open like a watermelon. We don't know. I hope not, but who knows. But anyway, you need to be prepared if it's going to. But now the cool thing I want to show you on this one, and I don't have mine in it because of the weight and make it a little bit easier to handle here on the table and let it lay down. This one does have a Velcro open pouch in the back where you can put a defense plate in the back. The defense plate that I have is a 10 by 10 and it sits right in there, fits perfect. It does add quite a bit more weight to the whole rig, but like I said, it's got that piece on the shoulder strap that spreads the weight, and it makes a world of difference. It doesn't weigh down on you that much. Now you got more spaces on here where you can store stuff. There's tie rings where if you need to put a bedroll or something on the back of your pack to take with you, or something like that, or if you've got a big water bladder that you carry, you can strap to your back, whatever you need to do. And it's the weight is not that bad. Right now without the carrier plate, it's probably 8 pounds. That's with the pistol in it, maybe 9 at the most. And then with the carrier, it's going to be about probably 16, 17 pounds. So then you make out your bug out bag, and your bug out bag's probably going to weigh, I'm going to guess you'll get up in a neighborhood of 30 pounds probably with that. So you're adding 50, 60 pounds to what you got to do. But to be honest, for a survival situation where you're trying to get you and your family out, that's not bad. Where you can carry several days of survival and the ability and means to defend yourself all in one compact unit. And you don't have to worry about gathering, like I said, getting all your stuff together before you leave. You can just grab it and go out the door and worry about getting it all put on after you get safely away from that spot. But you're carrying it all when you go out the door. Hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey y'all, if you don't mind, click subscribe, and if you like the video, and click the like button. And we appreciate every one of y'all, and hope to see you in the next video. It's the Fat Man. I'm gone.